Good morning, gang. Happy Tuesday. Happy April Fool's Day. No, this video is not a joke. Okay, this is serious. Today is probably the most important day in American politics since November 5th. I know everybody goes, what the hell's going on? This is silly. There is an election today for a Supreme Court justice in Wisconsin that can set the path of the country going forward. That's how crazy this is. You know, you look at all the crap we've had here in the last couple of months with all these district court judges unconstitutionally prohibiting Trump from doing his job. You know, I mean, you can't keep transgenders out of the military. You can't deport people. He's the freaking president and the Constitution's behind him. We need some judges that actually understand the law of the land. Be a hell of a concept. But today in Wisconsin, and I'll explain why this is so important, there is an election for a new Supreme Court justice in the state, okay? And it's being run between the Republican Brad Schimmel and the Democrat Susan Crawford. Now, both of them are circuit court judges in Wisconsin, and this would be a promotion. Right now, the Wisconsin Supreme Court is split 4-3 with a liberal bias to it. Here's why this is so important. Susan Crawford, the Democrat, is a supporter of Planned Parenthood. Actually, she was their attorney, okay? And she's endorsed by groups like Emily's List and other pro-abortion groups. So now we get into the situation where abortion is on the ballot, okay? We'll see what happens. But this is where it becomes very important. We all know the House of Representatives is very, very tight. There's only a couple seat majority that the Republicans have right now. If Susan Crawford is elected, they are planning on redrawing all the district lines in Wisconsin to eliminate 2 Republican seats. That would bring the federal House basically at par, okay, about even. You take a look at everything that Congress hasn't done yet. We look at, all the money that DOJ has found in fraud, waste, etc. But we haven't seen any arrests. Wonder what's going on. Remind me again where that Epstein list is. All the executive orders that Trump has signed, hundreds of them. Why haven't any of them been codified into law by Congress? What is Congress doing? Oh, they're spending their time on issues like, Anna Paulina Luna put something up that the Republicans actually killed to allow maternity leave representatives, maybe mom just gave birth, to take or to vote by proxy for 12 weeks maternity leave after giving birth. She didn't have to rush back to Washington. Well, I dropped the baby, but I got to get back to Washington here real quick because I got to vote on something. Now, I see both sides of the argument on this one is, what's the next excuse? Oh, my next door neighbor is in the hospital. I need to help. Oh, gee, you know what? My dog is getting fixed this weekend. I need to be back home. Oh, I'm going on vacation. Let me vote by proxy. I get it, okay? That we know how Congress works, they will take advantage of it. Well, you let her go. Why not me? Well, there's a difference between she was in labor and you have an appointment for a mani-pedi. It's not the same thing. You see Jasmine Crockett all the time. Oh my God, I can't come to work at all. I've got to get my nails done. I got to get my eyelashes done. I've got to get my wig fixed. Whatever it would be. But this is why Wisconsin is so important, because imagine how handcuffed Trump already is trying to fix this country, irregardless of the idiots in Tesla, the Tesla protesters or the Palestinian protesters or something like that, don't have two brain cells to rub together. But now take Congress away from him and let Congress come up and start saying, let's say it flips. Okay. Let Congress say, no, we're going to create a law that's against Trump's executive orders. You're not allowed to fix the country. We have to spend more money. We have to let illegals in. This is how bad this is. I'm going to give you this in regards to how important the political parties see this being. There is roughly, as of yesterday, there was $90 million spent on this judge race. They expect another $10 million today. That will be $100 million spent to elect a state Supreme Court justice. To give you an idea, in 2021, 2022, there were 68 Supreme Court elections across the country. A lot of states elect their justices. That was in 26 states, so more than half the country. To elect those 68 Supreme Court justices in half the country, $100 million was spent. This time we're spending $100 million for one. That's how important this is. You may live in Nevada, you may live in Alabama, you may live in Maryland. This race today is extremely important. A lot of you may remember Scott Pressler, the social media guy, who basically single-handedly flipped Pennsylvania for Trump, back last November. He's been door-knocking, texting, calling like crazy people in Wisconsin, trying to enlighten them. No offense to people in Wisconsin, this is across the country. But people don't care. You see all the time in elections that if it's a presidential race, people will vote. But the midterm elections, there's, the turnout is 2/3, a half of what it is in a presidential year. How many people do you think are going to go vote for a one-ticket Supreme Court justice today? I'm hoping it's a lot, because Wisconsin, by the end of the day today, you will have decided what direction the country's going. Not New York, not California, all the bitching that Wisconsinites always do about Chicago. Not them either. This one's on you guys. If you get it right, i.e. voting for Brad Schimmel, maybe we fix our country. If it's not worth it to you, if you don't care, and you don't vote or vote for Susan Crawford, you deserve everything you get. The problem is, the rest of us don't deserve it. If you live in Wisconsin, please vote today. Please also drag anybody that you can to keep this witch out of your Supreme Court. Unless you like seeing baby parts being sold out of the food truck at the end of the street in Madison or Milwaukee. See you later. Pinball out.